old bar clock stuck at past gone. Ashtray mountains, country on low, boots on the rail, staring into this glass, thinking about years that burned out too fast. Then she walks in like a losing bet, red dress hanging just above regret, deep line dipping right through my pride, soft laugh cutting clean through the night, smoke in her neckline, whiskey in my veins, every bad decision calling out my name. I know she's trouble, written clear as day, but I'm an old fool just looking her way. Yeah, I'm an old fool just looking her way. She leans on the bar, says buy me a pour, eyes like summer I don't live in no more, her perfume mixing with the dust and the sound of some sad record spinning me round. She asked where I'm from, I say far behind. She just smiles and traces the rim of her wine, a ring on my finger, heavy stone. Still I'm wondering what it feels like alone. Smoke in her neckline, whiskey in my veins, every bad decision calling out my name. I know she's trouble, written clear as day, but I'm an old fool just looking her way. Yeah, I'm an old fool just looking her way. I see younger me in that crooked grin, all the roads I took to wind up here again. One more story, I don't need to start. One more cracked picture in this worn out heart. Smoke in her neckline, whiskey in my veins, every quiet promise shaking in the haze. I know she's trouble, so I bow my head, tip my hat gently, and I walk out instead. Yeah, leave that angel to some devil ahead. Old bar clock still stuck on the wall, door swings closed to her lonesome drawl. Night air hits like a mercy rain, carrying her laughter and my little saved shame. counter, same tired stool, same beard, same stain. He's watching her laugh in the half-dark, gold ring on a chain. She brushes past, smelling like summer, tucks loose hair behind her ear. Says, "You look like you've seen some mileage," then leans in close to hear. She smiles like a second first love. He shakes like a bow in July. Her hand on his arm wakes a heart he buried alive. But the band's playing songs from her childhood, and he's humming ones from his prime. He wants her, God knows, but he knows she belongs to another life. She talks about dreams in the city, tiny apartment, cheap red wine. And he talks about raising two children, how they both stopped calling in time. There's a din in his voice when she giggles at stories he's told too much. She leans on his shoulder to listen. He trembles under that touch. She smiles like a second first love. He shakes like a boy in July. Her hand on his arm wakes a heart he buried alive. But the band's playing songs from her childhood, and he's humming ones from his prime. He wants her, God knows, but he knows she belongs to another life. For a moment he pictures her porch light, waiting warm at the end of the day. Her shoes by his boots in the hallway, her laughter chasing ghosts away. Then he catches his face in the mirror, over bottles lined up in a row. Sees every year she'll have to carry if he doesn't let her go. She smiles like a second first love. He breaks like old timber inside her lips near his ear. Whisper, stay with me tonight. But the clock on the wall keeps ticking like footsteps out of his time. He loves her too late, so he says you should follow your life. And he watches her walk, knowing she belongs to another life. He pays for her drink in his silence, leaves a tip and the last of his pride. Steps back through the cool, quiet midnight, more alone than the first lonely night he survived. boots on a bar stool, elbows on scarred oak, ice melting in my whiskey, trying not to choke. And there she is, all perfume, low-cut midnight dress, spinning where the light hits like trouble in a mess. Neon angel on the floor, dancing with my yesterdays. Every turn just pulls me back to a love I watched slip away. I feel the want, I feel the weight of every promise that I tore. Heart on fire, hands of stone, staring at a neon angel on the floor. Her laugh cuts through the jukebox, sweet and wild and young. Just like her the night you swayed to this same old song. You said, hold me like you mean it. I let pride stand in the way. Now some stranger's arms around what I let go that day. Neon angel on the floor, dancing with my yesterdays. Every turn just pulls me back to a love I watched slip away. I taste the burn, I hear the door slamming in my chest once more. Desire and regret collide, watching that neon angel on the floor. If I close my eyes, it's you again, bare shoulders, reckless grin. But when I blink, it all turns clear. I'm just an old fool drinking here. Too late to ask for one last dance, too broke for one more chance. Neon angel on the floor, spinning through my wasted years. Every sway a quiet prayer, every step a souvenir. I raise my glass, I let it pour to what I had and nothing more. I drink to you, then turn away from that neon angel on the floor. Footprints fading in the red dirt road, back of your dress in the rearview glow. You slammed that door like a judge came down, said, boy, quit running or they'll hang you in this town. There's whiskey in the well, but the rope runs short. Every lie I tell is a last resort. Got a heart full of smoke, hands that never held. You left your ring on the sink, I left my soul in your porch step, yeah. Now it's just me and the whiskey in the well. barroom sign. He knows my truck, he waits outside. They call me trouble like it's all I am, but trouble's just a shelter when you never had a plan. There's whiskey in the well, but the rope runs short. Every lie I tell is a last resort. Got a heart full of smoke, hands that never held. You left your dress on the chair, I left my name where the lost ones dwell. Now it's just me and whiskey in the well. I ain't brave, just too broke to quit, chasing every shadow that ever fit. If I make it to the morning, I'll try to be kind, but midnight keeps dragging me back in my mind. There's whiskey in the well, but the rope runs short. Every lie I tell is a last resort. Got a heart full of smoke, hands that never held. You left your ghost in this house, I left my hat on your windowsill. Now it's just me, just the echo in the emptiness, and whiskey in the well. Coffee in a chip blue cup, your bare feet on my boots, sunlight on that gravel drive, laughing, stealing fruit. Sunday on a Tuesday, you said we can make our own rules. Back when love was simple and we were two young fools. Back when love was simple, like your head on my shoulder, truck bed dust and a red sky fading, swearing we'd never get older. We didn't need much, just a slow song and a full moon rising. Back when love was simple, every moment felt like lightning. We carved hearts in a cottonwood behind your daddy's barn. You traced them with your fingers, said don't you ever lose that charm. We talked about a little house, wide porch, creaky swing. Didn't know the years would hurry, didn't know a good thing leaves. Back when love was simple, like your head on my shoulder, truck bed dust and a red sky fading, swearing we'd never get older. We didn't need much, just a slow song and a full moon rising. Back when love was simple, every moment felt like lightning.
Still drive by that gravel lane, windows down, I say your name. If I could turn that rust to rain, I'd run to you again. Back when love was simple, like your head on my shoulder, truck bed dust and a red sky fading, swearing we'd never get older. We didn't need much, just a slow song and a full moon rising. Back when love was simple and you were still all mine.